French cuisine is renowned worldwide for its sophistication, elegance, and rich culinary history. From classic dishes like coq au vin and bouillabaisse to decadent desserts such as crème brûlée and tarte tatin, French cuisine has been the epitome of haute cuisine for centuries. Whether you're a seasoned food enthusiast or just starting your gastronomic journey, join us on a culinary adventure through the iconic flavors of French cuisine. Foie gras is a luxury food product that has been the subject of controversy for many years. This rich, buttery delicacy is made from the liver of a duck or goose that has been specially fattened. It is a popular ingredient in French cuisine and is considered a gourmet delicacy in many parts of the world. The production of foie gras can be traced back to ancient Egypt, where it was considered a delicacy. It was later introduced to Europe during the Roman Empire and has been a part of French cuisine since the 18th century. To produce foie gras, ducks or geese are typically force-fed a high-energy diet for several weeks, which causes their liver to become enlarged and fatty. This process, known as gavage, is controversial and has been criticized by animal rights activists for being cruel and inhumane. Foie gras can be prepared in a variety of ways, including seared, poached, or roasted. It is often served with sweet or savory accompaniments, such as figs, balsamic vinegar, or truffles. Its rich, creamy texture and delicate flavor make it a popular ingredient in high-end restaurants and fine dining establishments around the world. Despite its popularity, foie gras remains a controversial food product. Animal welfare organizations and activists have been pushing for a ban on the production and sale of foie gras, citing concerns about animal cruelty. Truffles. Truffles are a type of fungus that have been prized for their unique flavor and aroma for centuries. These earthy delicacies are a staple of haute cuisine and are considered one of the most luxurious ingredients in the world. Truffles are found in the wild in many parts of the world, including Europe, North Africa, and Asia. They grow underground, often near the roots of trees such as oak, hazel, and beech. Truffle hunting has been a tradition in many countries for centuries, with specially trained dogs or pigs being used to sniff out the elusive fungi. There are several different types of truffles, including black truffles, white truffles, and summer truffles. Black truffles, also known as Perigord truffles, are the most common variety and have a deep, earthy flavor. White truffles, also known as Alba truffles, are more rare and have a delicate, pungent aroma. Truffles are highly prized in culinary arts and are often used as a garnish or seasoning in dishes such as pasta, risotto, and eggs. The flavor and aroma of truffles are so intense that a small amount can add a lot of depth and complexity to a dish. Oysters. Oysters are a French delicacy that has been enjoyed for centuries. These delicious shellfish have become an integral part of French cuisine, with their unique taste and texture making them a must-try for seafood lovers. Oysters are often served on their own, as well as being used as an ingredient in various dishes. Oysters are best enjoyed when they are fresh and raw, with a dash of lemon juice and a sprinkle of black pepper. They can also be served with various sauces, such as mignonette sauce, which is made from shallots, vinegar, and black pepper, or cocktail sauce, which is a mixture of ketchup, horseradish, and Worcestershire sauce. In France, oysters are often served as a starter or as part of a seafood platter. Oysters are also commonly served with a glass of white wine or champagne, which complement their delicate flavor. Oysters are a highly nutritious food, rich in vitamins, minerals, and omega-3 fatty acids. They are also low in calories and fat, making them an ideal food for those watching their weight. Cassoulet. Cassoulet is a traditional French dish that originated in the southwestern region of France. It is a hearty, slow-cooked casserole that is made with white beans, meat, and a variety of flavorful vegetables and spices. The dish is named after the earthenware casserole dish in which it is traditionally cooked. The origins of cassoulet can be traced back to the Middle Ages, when it was a popular dish among the peasants and farmers of the Languedoc region of France. The dish was made with whatever ingredients were available at the time, typically including white beans, pork, and sausage. Over time, The dish evolved to include other meats such as duck, lamb, and even goose. To make cassoulet, white beans are soaked overnight and then cooked in a flavorful broth with herbs and spices. Various meats are added to the pot, including pork, sausage, duck, and lamb, along with onions, garlic, carrots, and celery. The dish is then baked in the oven for several hours until the flavors have melded together and the meat is tender. Cassoulet is a dish that requires time and patience to prepare, but the end result is a rich and hearty meal that is perfect for a cold winter's night. Ratatouille is a classic French dish that is as colorful as it is delicious. This vegetable stew is packed with fresh ingredients and is a perfect dish for vegetarians, vegans, and meat eaters alike. In addition, ratatouille is a perfect dish for any season, as it can be enjoyed hot or cold and is both light and filling. The origins of ratatouille are somewhat uncertain, as the dish has been around for centuries and has been adopted by various cultures over time. However, most people agree that it originated in Provence, France, where it was originally made as a humble peasant dish. Over time, ratatouille has become a staple in French cuisine and has spread throughout the world. The key to a good ratatouille is fresh ingredients. The dish is typically made with a combination of eggplant, zucchini, tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers, all sautéed in olive oil with garlic and fresh herbs. The vegetables should be cut into similar-sized pieces and then cooked in a pan or pot until they are tender but still retain their shape. Once cooked, the vegetables are seasoned with salt, pepper, and fresh herbs such as thyme, basil, and rosemary. Ratatouille is also a healthy dish that is packed with vitamins and nutrients. The vegetables used in ratatouille are low in calories but high in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Additionally, the olive oil used in ratatouille is a good source of healthy fats, which can help lower cholesterol and reduce the risk of heart disease. Confit de canard. Confit de canard is a hearty and flavorful dish that is made by slowly cooking duck legs in their own fat until they become tender and fall off the bone. The result is a succulent and rich dish that is both satisfying and delicious. The process of making confit de canard is a labor of love. The duck legs are first seasoned with salt, pepper, and various herbs and spices. They are then submerged in duck fat and cooked at a low temperature for several hours. This slow cooking process allows the meat to become tender and flavorful, while also preserving it for long periods of time. Once the duck legs are cooked, they are removed from the fat and can be stored in the fridge for up to several weeks. Confit de canard is typically served with potatoes and a side of vegetables. The potatoes are often cooked in the duck fat, which adds even more flavor to the dish. The vegetables can be anything from green beans to carrots to Brussels sprouts, depending on personal preference. Confit de canard is also a healthy dish that is high in protein and low in carbohydrates. While duck fat is high in calories, it is also a good source of healthy fats that can help lower cholesterol and reduce the risk of heart disease. Additionally, duck meat is a good source of iron, which is essential for the body's overall health and well-being. Crème brûlée. Crème brûlée is a classic French dessert that is known for its silky, smooth custard base and its signature crunchy, caramelized sugar topping. This luxurious dessert has been enjoyed for centuries and is a perfect way to end any meal on a sweet note. The key to a good crème brûlée is in the custard. The custard is made with a mixture of heavy cream, egg yolks, sugar, and vanilla extract. The mixture is then gently heated until it thickens and coats the back of a spoon. Once the custard is cooked, it is poured into individual ramekins and chilled in the fridge until it sets. The real star of the show, however, is the crunchy, caramelized sugar topping. To achieve this, the custard is sprinkled with a thin layer of granulated sugar and then caramelized using a culinary torch or by placing the ramekins under a broiler. The result is a beautiful golden crust that shatters when you tap it with a spoon, revealing the creamy custard beneath. Crème brûlée can be flavored in a variety of ways. While vanilla is the most common flavoring, it can also be made with other flavorings such as chocolate, coffee, or citrus. Additionally, crème brûlée can be served with fresh berries, whipped cream, or a drizzle of chocolate sauce to add even more decadence to the dish. Tarte tatin. Tarte tatin is a classic French pastry that is known for its simple yet elegant flavors and its upside-down presentation. This dessert is made with caramelized apples that are arranged on top of a buttery pastry crust and then baked to perfection. Once the tarte is done baking, it is inverted onto a plate, revealing the beautiful caramelized apples on top of the crust. The origins of tarte tatin are somewhat unclear, but the most widely accepted story is that it was created by accident by the Tatin sisters, who ran a hotel in France in the late 1800s. The story goes that one of the sisters accidentally dropped a tray of apples that were being prepared for a tart, and in an effort to salvage the dish, she placed the apples on top of the pastry crust and baked it. The result was a delicious dessert that quickly became popular among their guests. Today, tarte tatin is a classic dessert that is enjoyed all over the world. The key to a good tarte tatin is in the caramelization of the apples. The apples are cooked in a mixture of sugar and butter until they become tender and golden brown. This creates a sweet and slightly tangy flavor that perfectly complements the buttery pastry crust. The pastry crust for tarte tatin is also an important component. It is typically made with a simple combination of flour, sugar, butter, and egg yolks. The dough is then rolled out and placed on top of the caramelized apples, creating a beautiful and rustic-looking tart. Quiche Lorraine. Quiche Lorraine is a classic French dish that is known for its delicious combination of creamy eggs, smoky bacon, and rich Gruyere cheese. It is a dish that is perfect for any meal of the day, from a leisurely brunch to a quick and easy dinner. The origins of quiche Lorraine are somewhat unclear, but it is believed to have originated in the Lorraine region of France in the 16th century. The original version was made with a simple mixture of eggs, cream, and bacon, and was often served as a hearty meal for farmers and laborers. The key to a good quiche Lorraine is in the crust. The crust is typically made with a mixture of flour, butter, and water, and is rolled out and fitted into a tart or pie pan. Once the crust is in place, the filling is added. The filling is made with a mixture of eggs, cream, milk, bacon, and Gruyere cheese, and is then poured into the crust. Once the quiche is assembled, it is baked in the oven until it is golden brown and set. The result is a delicious and creamy quiche that is perfect for any occasion. Chicken cordon bleu. Chicken cordon bleu is a dish that is known for its delicious combination of tender chicken, salty ham, and creamy cheese. While the origins of chicken cordon bleu are somewhat unclear, it is believed to have originated in Switzerland or France in the 1940s. The name cordon bleu means blue ribbon in French, and is a term that is used to describe a dish that is of the highest quality. The dish is typically made with chicken breast that has been pounded thin, filled with ham and cheese, and then rolled up and coated in breadcrumbs. It is then fried until it is golden brown and crispy on the outside and tender and juicy on the inside. One of the great things about chicken cordon bleu is that it is a dish that can be customized in a variety of ways. While the classic version is made with ham and cheese, it can also be made with other fillings such as spinach, mushrooms, or even roasted red peppers. Additionally, chicken cordon bleu can be served with a variety of side dishes, such as roasted vegetables or a simple salad. Which French dish is your favorite? Tell us by leaving a comment below. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. It would encourage us to produce more videos. See you in the next video.